plaintiff, Stephen Rios, joined a gang when he was 15 years old, and by the time he was 18, he went to jail for possession of a weapon. After he got out, Stephen went to college and turned his life around, and he's suing because he sold the defendant a car, but he paid him with a bad check. Defendant Krishna Hernandez has been in the Navy for 12 years, and he's been deployed overseas 4 times. Krishna says Stephen claimed the vehicle was in good condition, but he soon realized the car would not go in reverse. He's countersuing for breach of contract and emotional distress.
Start with you.
All right. Your Honor, if I could just start off by telling you a little bit about myself. When I was 15 years old, I joined the gang. I wasn't going to school. I was fighting, I had friends dying, I was stealing. 2 years ago today, when I was 18, I got arrested for possession of a weapon and for theft. I did 2 weeks in jail. I experienced racial tensions up in there, no liberty. And when I got out of jail, I realized, that's not what I want. I don't want to be just a number. So I went to college and I got my diploma for medical assistant.
Yeah. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Good to hear that. Congratulations. All right.
The first thing I did was get out of the gang, and I got jumped out and I was hurt pretty bad. I was not able to walk for about a week, but I didn't want to go to the hospital due to the fact I didn't want more consequences coming towards my way. So I just moved to a different city, started over, went to school. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a job in medical because of my record. So I wasn't going to let that stop me. And I got a job where I was doing assembly line. And I earned money and I was saving up for a car. And that's where I
Okay, that's where this comes in. I'm glad you're here to tell us that so we'll know. What's your problem? What you did?
How you doing, sir?
I know how you're doing. What you done?
Well, I'm kind of suing him, sir, because...
No, I'm talking about your criminal background.
No. I'm straight, sir. No. Nothing, sir.
Looks like he may have convicted
like,
a crime.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead. I'm just having fun with you. Why don't you tell me about yourself before we get to the bounce check?
Well, yes, sir. I have been in the service for 12 years in the Navy. I'm an aviation structural mechanic. I have been deployed 4 times, 2 to the Persian Gulf, and the last 2 to Iraq and Afghanistan. I have served my country well, and I'm proud of that, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
To me, when you say something, your word means a lot, because sometimes that's all we have,
Right.
Money doesn't mean that much, your word means a lot than money, So I was brought up like that, sir, with honor, courage, and commitment. With that said, sir, back in 2009, I was going to be deployed.
Are you talking about the case?
Yes.
All right, let me allow him to begin with that. So.
Okay. Due to the fact that I lost my job because economic, I lost my job. So due to that fact, I had to sell my car that I posted up on Craigslist for the original price of $1,500 or best offer.
$1,500 or best offer?
Yes. I posted that ad on Craigslist because I needed money for my rent because I lost my job. So Mr. Hernandez responded to the ad. I accompanied him to test drive the car, and he drove it, and when he came back to my house, he parked it and said that it ran fine and that it sounds great. He then said that he would buy the car off me and handed me this check for $1,000.
Let's see it, please.
$1,100. I then told him to sign this contract that says I'm selling my vehicle as is. And then that same day I went to go deposit the check. And an hour later, Mr. Hernandez says that the reverse was not working, when clearly he test drove the car. I was in the car with him. The car drive fine. So I don't know why he said that the reverse.
Did you all put it in reverse when you drove? You were with him? Why are you pointing out?
Because it was his responsibility to check out the car.
I didn't say that. I didn't ask anything about whose responsibility.
No, Your Honor, we did not put it in reverse. But the car was running fine.
Defendant Krishna Hernandez bought a car from the plaintiff, but the plaintiff is suing because he claims Krishna paid him with a bad check.
It's not operable if it doesn't go in reverse.
Right. But also, if you went to go buy a car, and would you test drive all the gears? Would you make sure that it went in forward and reverse?
Perhaps, but perhaps not.
I just think that's the common sense to do. If you want to get a good car, make sure that it's running good.
I'm stupid then.
No, Your Honor.
I might not. You asked me if I would do it. I said I don't know. And so your response was, well, that's the common sense thing to do. So if I told you I didn't know if I would do it or not, then you're calling me stupid.
No, I'm not, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
I'm stupid. No problem. When it comes to cars, I know I am, quite frankly.
So,
but no, by the same token, sir, even when a car is sold as is, there is a presumption that it operates. Not that everything works, but that the basics operate, because you would not let a person drive home knowing that you couldn't put the brake on.
right. Well, I had knowledge that my car ran fine.
When did he call you back?
An hour later.
An hour later. So you're suggesting that your transmission went bad within an hour?
No, yeah, Your Honor. 1 hour later, he texted me saying that it didn't.
No, let's use a little common sense, remember?
Yeah.
Remember what it said about common sense?
Right.
Yeah, let's say common sense will tell you that if a person bought a car from you and then 1 hour later, the car does not operate properly, common sense will tell you that there was something wrong with it when you got it. Something such as not going in reverse. That's a pretty severe transmission problem.
Well, I had it running, so I don't know if he did anything.
You had it running, but you didn't have it running in reverse.
It ran in reverse. It ran in reverse. I use that car every day.
Okay, so it happened within the hour.
Yeah. So I don't know if he did anything to the car.
Common sense, to use your term again.
Right.
Common sense will tell you a transmission that was, what'd you say? It was fine. A transmission that is fine doesn't go bad in 1 hour.
But what if they decided they didn't like the car and they wanted to return it? That's why
Did he return it?
No, he did not.
Why?
I don't know why he
did. Did you
didn't.
ask him to?
I asked him to, and he said,
That's a lie, sir.
sir, I have the text message right
Okay,
here.
let's see
that
it.
he says that his money never got.
Sir, let me hear from you regarding this car.
Yes, sir.
Hold it. Read where you told him to bring the car back. That's what you told me you were handing me. I just need you to read it. Maybe I overlooked it. Because I didn't see it, so I'm going to let you see it and read. No, don't go to any other page. The part that you highlighted and handed to me, and you said on that text that you told him to bring the car back, and he wouldn't.
It's not on this text message, sir.
Oh,
Sorry
it's
about
not
that.
on that one.
It's on the other page, though.
Why'd you hand me that?
Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Show me the one where it is. You keep talking. You should have never told me about no common sense. You should have never made that remark. Now I got to go through this case proving to you I got common sense. While he's looking, you tell me your side, sir.
Yes, sir. I was looking for a car that was drivable, that was in good working conditions, you know, because I have a 2-year-old boy and I was in the military, so I gotta be at a certain time every day. I cannot be.
Go ahead.
So on his posting, he said that the car was running in great conditions.
He said great condition?
Yes, sir. I have
see that, please.
It's highlighted.
And see, because as is typically is as is, but there are some exceptions to as is. One, the car must be operable if you're selling it as an operable car. Also, if you say, this engine works excellent, then later you find that the engine doesn't. Well, that person has defrauded you. That person specifically pointed out that that specific part of the car operates excellently. So fraud and misrepresentation are two exceptions to as is. And let's see what this says. 4 good tires, clean on the inside. Where does it say? You are making a fool out of me. I don't see it saying that.
It's highlighted, sir.
Okay, everything works good, clean inside. It said everything works good inside. He got you, Doc. It said everything works good and clean inside. All right. He meant the radio, sir. That's what he said. Selling the best offer. Clean title, runs good. 4-door power locks and the windows. All right, sir. Doesn't sound like he specifically guaranteed you that you were buying a fine car in great condition. And that I'm not interpreting that. Sir, you find it yet? Well, you told him to bring it back. And he said no.
Sorry about that.
Defendant Krishna Hernandez bought a car from the plaintiff, but the plaintiff is suing because he claims Krishna paid him with a bad check.
Sir, you find it yet? Well, you told him to bring it back. And he said no.
Sorry about that. No, it's not on the paper. I have it on my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, why have you been looking through those texts all this time? Common sense?
Sorry about that.
Common sense would tell you if you got it in your pocket and you knew it all along, you certainly wouldn't be going through 20 pages. That's not common sense.
I thought I had printed it out, but I did not.
Okay, look at your phone.
Sir, there's a video that I brought for you to see.
What is it going to show me?
It's going to show you that once you put it, I mean, the noise that it makes when you put it on reverse, but it's still, if you just turn it on, it just makes a lot of noise without you putting it on reverse. And
yeah, you heard that when you test drove it, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
You heard it sound loud. When you got in and test drove it.
No, it only sounds like that in the mornings when it's cold.
Go ahead.
The car doesn't work on reverse. I'm gonna put it on reverse so you can see. You hear the sound? See, the car is not going anywhere, and I got it on reverse. As you can see, I'm not pressing the gas pedal or the brake in. I'm gonna press the gas now. See how it doesn't go anywhere?
I told him I can get my car back, and he said,
"You read it.
Money back."
Yeah, you
read it.
Okay, I told Mr. Hernandez, so are you gonna want to give me my car back? And he said, yes, you got my money. That being said, Mr. Hernandez right here in this message says that.
No, do you have his money?
He never got
just pick up off of that.
He never got his money taken away. He says it himself. He says in the text message saying he never got.
That's
his.
incorrect. I got the bank
He sent
statements.
you. Hold on. What are you saying? He never got his money taken away.
Because he gave
Did he pay you?
a check. I deposited. It bounced. The check bounced.
Okay, let's see something that says the check bounced.
Right here.
From the bank. From the bank.
From the bank.
We are delaying the availability of the funds from the check described below. That just means you didn't have it in your account, sir, to cover. This does not say the check bounced.
Well, Mr. Hernandez canceled it because he says in this message that he was going to report the check stolen. He also
Did
said,
you? You reported it stolen?
I got this bank statement saying that the check cleared in 2 different pages.
That's what I want to see.
There's,
Your notice came, sir, on September 27th, and this bank statement says it was paid on September 27th.
but right here, he's saying that.
I'm not listening to a text message, sir, when I have this. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Okay, hand it to him. It says it was paid. And I'm looking right at it as well. I'm looking at it where his $1,100 was deducted from his account.
But how is it that I never got paid, Your Honor? I never got paid.
I got you, sir. Your counterclaim for $2,200 for a breach of contract and emotional distress. How so?
Yes,
and
sir.
hold on, you want the car back as well?
No, I don't want the car back.
I thought you was. Hold on, sir. How much was the check? $1,100.
$1,100.
And how much are you suing for today?
For $22.58.
So common sense would say there's another $1,100, right? So where's that $1,100? Why do you want a second $1,100?
Because it bounced. It canceled. It got canceled.
And so you want that $1,100?
Yes,
So where does the other $1,100 come from?
Because he kept the car, and he took it for free.
free.
Yeah, because. Yeah.
So if you win today, you want what?
I just want him to. I want him to pay.
That's it? All you want him to do is pay for the check?
Yes.
All right, you sued for too much. That's $1,100.
The other $1,100 are for his. He took the car without paying, basically.
Right, but if you get your money back, you've been paid.
Not if the check bounced.
Oh, man.
Defendant Krishna Hernandez bought a car from the plaintiff, but the plaintiff is suing because he claims Krishna paid him with a bad check.
Sir, let's use a little, how you say it? Common sense. If you sold him a car for $1,100, the check was bad, but you get your $1,100. Wouldn't you be even?
No.
Good enough. I see what the problem is.
No, because
here. You just don't understand what happened,
I do understand,
sir.
but
no, you don't, sir. And I'm not going to keep going back and forth with you on that, sir. Your counterclaim, $2,200. How does he owe you?
For the sir, because I want him to take his car back. If he's saying that it's a great car, take his car back and pay me my $1,100 from initially, and also the other $1,100 for emotional distress, sir, because
okay.
I have a yes.
So you're saying give you your money back?
Yes, sir.
You'll give him his car
That's
back,
for sure.
But then you want another $1,100
Yes,
for
sir.
emotional distress.
Yes, sir.
All right. What type of emotional distress? How did this cause you emotional distress?
Sir, I live 30 minutes from base, and I at the time I told him I was in the military and I needed a reliable car.
Person taking your source of transportation is
Yes.
not a claim for emotional distress, sir. So I'm not going to grant that.
I never put a gun to his face and told him buy my car. He did that on his own will.
Sir, you're obviously confused. The bank statement he provides me shows either that or you're trying to con me. The bank statement is very clear. You've been paid your $1,100 into your bank account. He has shown me that on his statement. Your claim is dismissed, sir. Your counterclaim, however, you're trying to suggest that he sold you a faulty car.
Yes, Your Honor.
And it's not operable, sir, if the transmission is so faulty that it will not allow you to go into reverse. So I'm going to give you your $1,100 back.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you have the title?
Yes, sir.
You give the title to him.
Yes.
You get your $1,100, he gets his car back. All right?
Yes, sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you. I just want to say that the judge made the right decision, you know, because as you guys can see, he doesn't have any common sense.
Yeah, I feel like the judge made the right decision. I got my car back, so I'm okay with that, getting my car back. So even though he should have checked the reverse, but it's okay.